just by clicking on, of course, on the X buttons. So now what we want to do is to open an incognito browser. So here what I want to do is to navigate to myapps.microsoft.com. Although just to share, the application access panel is a cross-device, cross-browser portal which supports either iOS, Android, Mac, and of course Windows. So this we will land in this page. We can just type in our email, and to reach that access panel, users authenticate against Azure AD once. They can view or access any of those applications listed in the My Apps portal. If the application was configured for SSO by the administrator, the users don't really need to re-authenticate to access the application. Single sign-on will take care of the authentication automatically. You can also, of course, reduce the number of times that you are asked to sign in. You can click on don't show this again, and then of course click yes. So here our test user Isaiah Langer is logged into the access panel using of course his corporate credentials, and then here we can also see the applications available for him. He has seamless access to various line of business and custom applications without having to remember multiple logins and of course password for each accounts. Clicking on Salesforce, this will open a new tab. So here you would be prompted with this info. We can just click on continue to Salesforce. And here clicking on my picture on the on the upper right corner, you will be able to see that we are really in Salesforce application. So closing this tab. So next step here is to really just sign out. We can do this by right clicking on our user profile on the top pane, clicking sign out, and then you will see that you are already logged out. So for our next scenario, we've discussed earlier that you can also bring your own applications to the My Apps portal. So to do this, I have to open my browser. Let's navigate to portal.azure.com. Then we can choose the account that we've already logged in to before. Typing the password. And then we are again in this page. Clicking on Active Directory. Going to Enterprise Application. You will see this displayed wherein you can click on New Application. And on the right side, you will see Non-Gallery Application. So the application that we're trying to import here or add is Expense Manager. Given that it's not listed among the thousands of applications in the gallery, what we can do is add it as a non-gallery application. So typing down the name, you can already click Add. Although once added, please note that the admin can now assign single sign-on. So once signed into the Contoso network, users can access the expense report tool without being required to authenticate. For example, typing down a password for a second time, and then clicking Add. So this function allows Azure AD to automatically sign users into third-party SaaS applications, like of course, what we've added recently, which is the expense reporting tool. So under Manage, we click on Single Sign-On, and then we click on Password-Based. and then type in the sign on URL text box, and then let's add or let's save this by clicking on save. So given that we've already saved this, what we can do is test drive the expense reporting app sign-in page after we click on configure Woodgrove expense manager. So this will in a new tab, and on the right side you will be able to see capture sign-in fields, and as you can see, a sign-in form was successfully detected at the provided URL. So here, the admin can now assign users to the application or view and edit sign-in field labels. Typing down the username and password. You can now click sign in. Then, of course, press OK. So the admin has already assigned the sales and marketing security group access to the expense reporting app. So given this, all members of this group have access also to the app. We can now click OK. So, and also, anyone who wants to join the sales and marketing group will automatically have access to the app application. Clicking on user groups, we can click on add user, click again on users and group, and then search in the text box to populate, typing S. And then scroll down a bit, then click on sales and marketing, and then finalize everything by clicking select, and then clicking on assign credentials, and then populating the fields. We have here your email, your password, clicking OK, and then assign. And as another point, Azure AD also allows custom applications to be configured with icons. This is to make it easier for administrators to apply custom branding, and of course for easy identification for end users. Opening up a new tab. So here you would be able to see Woodgrove's icon. What we need to do is save this image. Right clicking, save picture as, and then close the tab. And then here, what we can do is click on properties under manage. And under the logo, we can click on the folder icon to select a file. And since it was saved in the downloads folder, we can go there, clicking on the image, and then open, and then click on save. So now let's put that to the test. Let's open a new tab, and then navigate again to myapps.microsoft.com. Let's click on next. Type in the password. So here you can see the access panel again. And then as you can see, the Woodgrove Expense Manager app has already an updated icon. So clicking on this, you will land in the homepage tab. And then let's close this. And there, you've added your custom application with its custom icon. So this demo now talks about adding external users to Azure AD to provide access to Azure AD groups and applications. So Azure Active Directory B2B collaboration supports cross-company relationships by enabling partners to selectively access corporate applications and data using self-managed identities. So clicking again on Azure Active Directory. So here you will be able to see that you can add actually four types. There are new users in an organization, users with an existing Microsoft account, users in another Microsoft Azure AD directory, users in a partner company. So clicking on groups. So here we're trying to look for Contoso Bug Bashers group. This is an internal security team user group that's actually dedicated for cross-platform testing and QA. So scrolling down and clicking on the SSG Contoso Bug Bashers. Clicking on members, add members, and then here we can already search and then type in an email. For example, let's say this one. Click on select. So here, the partner will receive an email to join the Contoso directory. In terms of the partner side, they will simply need to click on the link on the email and then authenticate with their own existing credentials. So in terms of benefits, as Contoso or as a representative of Contoso, at least in this sense, I do not have to manage their passwords. So we can also click on the box to populate and then include a custom message. Then click invite. And then let's see if it was sent to NIAF. So opening on a new tab and going and navigating to portal.office. Let's type in the email. So here we have NIAF. Click next. Type in the password. Then since it was sent to my email, or at least to NIAF's email, let's click on Outlook. And then since it's not on the focus tab, maybe it's on the other tab. Clicking on this. So here you would be able to see that there was an email from Contoso specifically. So as soon as the partner user accepts the invitation to join Contoso's directory, they are added to the Bug Basher security group, and then they have access to the same apps and resources that other Contoso members of the group have access to. So in this case, they are able to access browser stack SaaS application and collaborate on their testing. So clicking on this email, we can click on Get Started and accept the terms and conditions, permission. Clicking on Browser Stack. Clicking. And then here, populate the fields and then put in my country. And then, for example, United States, since it's the first option. And then click the text box and then let's type in a number. And then we can customize the method of verification. We can select send me a code by text message. Clicking on. And then, of course, access by external users to corporate applications can be gated by conditional access policies. And this goes the same way as corporate users. And then typing in the code in the text. So here, Azure AD is requiring that multi-factor authentication is performed to access the browser stack application. So other conditional access rules can also be applied to internal and, of course, external users. Clicking on Verify. And our user can now access the browser stack application. But of course, first they must complete the initial configuration of MFA. Clicking done. And here's the browser stack app. So as you can see, that external user has now access to that application. So now moving on to the next demo, this scenario demonstrates the user-centered access panel. So it is a one-stop shop to share applications and other resources through Azure Active Directory. So this demo shows how Azure AD allows organization to use familiar applications well integrated to allow for productivity and quickly. So as a use case, here Isaiah has volunteered to join Contoso's testing team. The QA manager has sent an email invitation to the Contoso Bug Basher security group. Clicking on out, and then let's look for the email of Patty Fernandez. So as you can see, there's a welcome invitation, and then clicking on that link. So this will open the Access Panel page, which can be accessed also through myapps.microsoft.com. And here you would be able to see all the SaaS applications that Isaiah has access to. So there are some that are internal to Isaiah's organization, and there are also some that are external, such as maybe here you see Salesforce, and then we have also Twitter. And given what we've shared earlier, there are also applications that are custom applications, and there are also maybe such as Woodgrove, and there are also on-premise applications. So clicking on Isaiah and groups, and here you can see a self-service group management capabilities through the Access panel. We can click on the Join Group sign. Scrolling down, you see Contoso Bag Bashers group here, and then we can already join group. Type in the business justification, which in this case is just a demo. And then click on request. And then OK. And then going back, clicking on the top portion groups. So as you can see, this group has been set up to automatically accept join request. However, it can also be configured to accept requests manually. So after the group owner, of course, has approved it. So scrolling down again, you would be able to see Contoso Bug Bashers group here. And then going up again, we can click on Apps. So here there are two easy steps actually. So he joins the group when he returns to the list of applications, and then he also sees the new browser stack app. So the admin has already given the Contoso Bag Bashers group security access to this application. So just by joining the group, Isaiah now also has access to this application. He doesn't need to review a list and add them individually. Clicking on browser. And then here you can see again MFA at work. And then this is an added security measure to verify the user. Type in the code, verify. And then here you can see the dashboard again, and then we can close that application. So here, Contoso is using Office 365 applications in a way, and since Isaiah is licensed to use them, they display this on his access panel. For an example, let's try SharePoint. And we will be forwarded to the SharePoint site. And then here you can see on your upper left, there is an app launcher or waffle icon. Clicking on this, you can see all your Office 365 applications. And then clicking on all applications, scrolling down. So here, the Office 365 and Azure Active Directory integration allows organizations to place apps assigned to Isaiah on the launcher also of Office 365. And then here, there is also another portion. This is your other applications. And then let's click on Salesforce. Let's try pinning it to the launcher. Clicking on back. So as you can see on the upper portion, Salesforce is already pinned on your app launcher. So now let's talk about how it helps IT's overhead. So Azure AD Premium offers self-service for password reset, group management, and app management capabilities to empower IT and users' productivity in an organization. There's no need anymore for users to make a help desk phone call and provide a lot of information just to get a temporary passwords that is currently sent via email or even shared during the call in an unsecured way. So now let's talk about the number of benefits that self-service password provides. First, it helps reduce cost. Support-assisted password reset is typically 20% of organizations' IT spend. And the end user side, it improves user experience. As a user, I don't want to spend an hour or so just to call help desk and help for reset my password every time I forget it. So another benefit is lower help desk volumes. Password management is the single large help desk driver for most organizations. Lastly, this will also enable mobility. Users can now reset their passwords from wherever they are. So going to portal.office.com, here you will see the sign-in page again, and then let's populate that field. So putting in an end user's perspective, in this case Isaiah, that person or Isaiah can perform self-service on his Azure AD account without having to depend on IT help desk or as an administrator. He can also reset and